What's going on, guys? It's Jep Entertainment back here with another video, and in today's video I'm going to show you guys how you can mine cryptocurrency for free, and it's 100% legal as well. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, drop any questions or video ideas you guys might have down below, and we will try to answer them as best possible. So guys, let's get right into it. So the first thing you guys want to do is click the link in the description, and it will take you to digitalocean.com, and you will get a promotional credit when you sign up. So what you want to go ahead and do is go ahead and sign up. You should be able to sign up with Google, and then you will also need to input your credit card information for the billing section, but don't worry, it's 100% safe, and you will not get billed or charged anything whatsoever until you run out of your promotional credit. So as long as you keep an eye on your promotional credit and you delete the cloud VM that we're about to set up before your promotional credit runs out, then you'll be fine and you won't get any charges whatsoever. So guys, once you log in and put in your credit card information, you should have the $100 promotional credit. If you go to billing, you should be able to see and confirm that it's there. Then from here, what you want to do is you want to go ahead and click the create button and click droplets, create cloud server. Cloud server, cloud instances, and cloud VMs all mean the same thing, by the way. So if I use that language, just know it's interchangeable. So once we get here, for the Ubuntu version, I'm going to go ahead and keep it on 20.04. This doesn't really matter that much, so anything is pretty much fine. Now for the plan, you could go with the shared plan. Basically, for this cryptocurrency, we want to optimize the CPU, however. So we're able to click this and see the price for CPU, and $80 a month for a $100 promotional credit is pretty good. And I believe the promotional credit expires after 2 months. I could be wrong, it might even never expire, but you just want to make sure that you know what the cost is and how much you have left so you don't get charged. So you want to definitely keep a careful eye on that. So guys, once you go ahead and click whichever one you want, for most of you, the $80 per month option and CPU optimized is going to probably work the best. I'm looking at the basic plans, none of those will really work out. So yeah, I would definitely just go with the $80 per month on the CPU optimized plan. And then you're going to scroll down some more. You don't need any block storage. You shouldn't need any disk options. So you can select the data center region. It doesn't really matter what you select. So I'm in the US, so I'm just going to select New York. This all looks well, that should be well. You want to enable IPv6 networking. And then for the authentication, you could use an SSH key, but in this case, I'm just going to use a password, a root password, which is how you'll log in. It's just like a username and password you'd use on Windows or Mac OS. It's the same thing for this cloud instance. And by the way, this cloud instance runs on Ubuntu, as I mentioned before, which is Linux based. So this will all be in Linux, but don't worry if you guys don't have that much experience with it or any experience at all. All the code will be given to you, so it will be really easy to follow along. So for this root password, I'm just going to type in test 1 2 3 4 test, and that should be good. And then for finalizing and creating it, the host name doesn't really matter. We just want one of these cloud VMs, and we don't need backups at all. It's more money anyways, so we just go ahead and click create droplet. And then once you guys click create, it should be installing, it should be loading up, as you can see here. So we just want to wait for it to be completely finished. All right guys, so once it is completely finished, you will see this IP address right here. You want to hover over it and go ahead and click copy. Now, we created this cloud VM, but in order to access it, we're going to need a software called Putty. So if you just search up Putty online, Putty download, then you just click go to download. it should take you right to it, and then you can just go ahead and click whichever one works for you. For most of us, it'll be the 64-bit version right here. Now I've already installed it, so I don't really need to install it again. Then from there, once it's already installed, you just want to search up Putty and open it, and it should look something like this. Now the IP address that we just copied, I'll go ahead and copy it again. You want to paste it in this host name. You want to make sure you're under session over here, and then paste it in the host name, and the port should stay 22. And then go ahead and click open, and go ahead and click accept. Now login, it's going to be root. Go ahead and click enter. Now for the password, it's whatever password you set before. So I set it as test1234 test. So that's what I entered. And when you type it in, it's gonna look like nothing is typing. And that's how Linux works. That should be completely fine. And in the computer, it'll still be typing even though it looks like you're not typing. So once you finish typing it, even though it looks like nothing, just go ahead and click enter and you will be able to access it. Now the first thing I'm going to do is type in apt list -- upgrade, and then it's going to go ahead and upgrade a bunch of stuff. I don't think you need to do that, but I just went ahead and did it just to be safe. Now guys, this is the list of commands we are going to have for Linux, and I will also put all these in the description so you can just copy and paste these. So the first one, I'm just going to go ahead and copy that, and then it's right click to paste in Linux, and then enter, and that is done. And then I'm going to just type in screen. Now what this screen command does is it's kind of like opening a new tab, which is necessary. So I'm just going to go ahead and click space twice. This is necessary because if you exit out of this Putty shell right here, then it'll stop mining for you. So by creating a new tab or by screening, we are able to continuously mine even after I shut down my computer or exit out of this window. So then guys, I'm gonna go ahead and just copy the next command. And this is the command to actually install the miner. And the cryptocurrency that we're gonna be mining is called XMR Monero. XMR is the short ticker name. But this is the best for mining on cloud VMs and instances, because it uses the CPU to mine. Things like Bitcoin, yes, you're able to mine it on this, but it's going to be much less effective, and you're not going to be able to mine as much as you would be able to mine Monero, because it's meant to be mined with the CPU. So guys, next thing is I'm just gonna go ahead and copy the next command. And then if you go ahead and click ls, which will list out all the contents of the quote-unquote computer, you'll see that there is a folder here called xmr-rig-6.12.1. So I'm going to go ahead and copy the next command, paste that in, and it should take me into the folder like it did here. Now guys, this is the command to actually start mining. So I'm going to go ahead and copy that, and then go ahead and hit paste, and then go ahead and click enter. Now guys, as you can see here, it has started and it's saying allocated. If you look at everything, it's net is good, CPU is good. MSR, where it says failed to apply MSR mod, don't worry about that. That's a problem because we are using a cloud computer, so there's no need to worry about that specifically. Now guys, one thing I should mention is, in order to make sure that it's mining to your own wallet, you are going to want to put in your wallet address right here. So I copied this line of code because it is my wallet address right here, but you do want to change this wallet address before you copy it in and click enter. Otherwise, you will just be mining for me and not for yourself. And if you guys don't really know what a wallet address is, basically it's a unique identifier to ensure that it's you. And in order to obtain a wallet address, all you want to do is download a crypto wallet such as Guarda. That's the one that I use. And then in there's multiple types of cryptocurrencies, and you'll get a specific wallet address. So you want to get the wallet address for Monero from whichever crypto wallet you use, and then just paste it in right here, and then click enter and have the miner run the code. So guys, as you can see here, it's giving a speed of about 1.36 kilohashes per second. Obviously this isn't a lot right now, but there's also many other companies that offer cloud instances and offer promotional credit, right? Because they're all just competitors with each other. So the best strategy to do is to just have multiple of these going. So this one is DigitalOcean. So there's also a website called Vulture. There's many others as well. I'll link them in the description. And the process is basically the same for each. You're just going to want to follow the same steps, and you will be able to have multiple miners going for one wallet address. And in order to confirm that all of this is working, I'm going to go ahead and copy my wallet address, and we are mining to something called support XMR. That's the type of pool that we're mining to. It's the best pool for Monero to mine. So we're just going to search up support XMR online, go to supportxmr.com, and then here you're going to want to go ahead and paste your Monero address, and then go ahead and click enter. And as you can see here, I have one worker, and because I started it somewhat recently, it's not showing any available data. And so, I mean, it looks relatively new. That's because I just started mining it. And you can see here, it just says one worker. And by the way, guys, I call this Vulture because I named it Vulture in the code that I put at the end right here. If I wanted to name it DigitalOcean, I could just type in DigitalOcean, and then instead of showing up as Vulture as a worker, it'll show up as DigitalOcean if I rerun that entire line, that entire command again. So guys, if you go ahead and do this for multiple other websites and you guys get about 4 to 5 workers, then you will basically, you'll be able to make a decent amount of money over time as passive income. And once again, guys, you're pretty much doing no work besides the initial setup. You don't even have to check in on it at all. And then once you guys are reaching that promotional credit limit, you can just completely delete the instance, the Cloud VM in general, and then on most times you can just create a new account and start the process over again. Now, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to create multiple accounts on the same company such as DigitalOcean, but the best thing to do is to just create different websites, go to different websites and mine on different websites, and you'll also be able to see which websites, which cloud VMs are the best for mining, and that'll kind of give you a good idea of more accounts that you want to create. So guys, you guys might be wondering, how am I going to get paid from this? Now, there is a threshold on this, so the more workers you have, the faster you're going to reach the threshold to get paid, and the faster you reach that threshold, the better it is for you, because you'll actually be able to get that money and see that money sooner. So when you do get, I believe it's 0.01 XMR or 0.01 Monero, you'll be able to just click this button right here, and it'll automatically send that payment within, I believe, 24 hours to your wallet, and then you will be able to see the money come in on your wallet. So it's kind of sick how that works. It's a pretty cool process, and you don't even have to do anything at all besides the initial setup, and then let it run on its own. Now guys, one thing to note is sometimes in some companies, they can flag your instance because they can see that it's mining because it's using so much CPU power. So one thing that I would do is include a CPU limit. So I know for DigitalOcean you don't need one. For Google Cloud Platform, if you decide to use that as a worker as well, you will definitely need one. So what you're going to want to do is go ahead and type in this command in your Google Cloud Platform shell. This will install a program that allows you to limit how much power your CPU is using. Then you're going to want to paste in this, but before you do that, you want to just type in the command ppid or PID, and you'll be able to see there'll be a number that the miner is using, and you want to substitute that number in for PID. So say for example, if the number is 11037, then you'll just type in 11037, and then where it says limit right here, sometimes this is a little finicky. So in this case, 550 means 55%. In some cases, you want to look at the CPU power to see how much it's using. In some cases, 55% might just be 55 straight up. So you just want to make sure that you are looking at the power and looking at what you need specifically. And then this will be what you use to limit your CPU to a certain percentage. I know for Google Cloud Platform, if you go over 55% consistently, then it will flag your Cloud VM and it will take it down for crypto mining. So you don't want to do that. So I'll just keep it at 55% or even 50% if you want to be safe. And then go ahead and just paste this command into your code. And then it should limit the CPU that it's using. Now guys, if you want to be able to exit out of this and have it continue mining, what you want to do is you just want to go ahead and click Control A and then hit D. And now it says detached from and then the name of the Cloud VM. Now this is like minimizing the tab but not closing it completely. Now from here guys, I'm able to just exit out and just click OK, minimize. And if I refresh this, it'll show that there's still one worker and that it is still mining. But yeah guys, that's basically it. Once again, one of these workers or one of these is not going to be enough. You're not going to make that much money off of just one of them. But the more you add in, the more companies you get, the more miners, the more workers you get, it'll start to accumulate quickly. And over time, you'll be able to make quite a bit of money passively for not really doing any work. So yeah guys, that'll be it for now. I will also link other websites and other companies that you can use to mine, so you're able to add more than just one worker. Typically you want about 5 to 6 workers if you can. Even more than that is absolutely fantastic. But yeah, you will have to input your credit card information for all of these. So you just want to make sure you don't go over a specific promotional credit. But as long as you stay under that promotional credit, you'll be 100% fine, and this will be 100% free. So guys, that's going to be it for now. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Comment down below if you have any questions. We should be able to answer this. This can be somewhat of a tedious process over time, especially if you run into errors. The best bet is to just go online and do a quick Google search and see if that answers your questions, or just leave a comment down in the description below and we'll try to answer your question as best possible. So guys, that'll be it for now. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to once again hit that like and subscribe button if you enjoyed this video. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one.